the light of the next day, I mean, obviously you guys feel good about a win, but when then you go back and look at the tape today, JG's been very, hey, it's about the process and we're not going to talk about results. Is that the feel you got today, was it's not about the win?
I feel like anytime you can get a dub, especially in the NFL, I think you savor that moment for the first 24 hours. But I think now that we watched the tape, now it's kind of behind us, and now the focus is on San Francisco. But I think anytime you watch the film, bad or good, after a win or a loss, it's never as bad as it seems. It's never as good. And so even though we were very efficient on offense, there's still a lot of meat that we left on the bone. And today is all about digesting the coaching points, internalizing it, and going forward so we can capitalize on the things that we could have done in this game and making sure those things don't happen again in the weeks to come.
You had a pair of plays where you were just wide open. Is that just scheme? Is that you one-on-one battle? Is it a mix?
I would say that's more just it being zone coverage or the defense just dropping me. And I think those were two plays where our offensive coordinator has done a great job of calling plays, and I think sometimes when you're able to run a lot of crossers, defenses can get confused and drop guys. And coincidentally, both of those plays, the guy who was supposed to be covering me just dropped me, and I was just wide open.
When you're that wide open and the ball's coming to you, does it seem like it's taking forever to get to you?
It seems like, yeah, so differently than what most people think, I personally think those are some of the toughest catches in football because you want to catch the ball and turn, and I think those oftentimes you see more guys drop balls in those situations than tough catches, because when it's so easy, I think you want to take your eyes off the ball really quick and see how many yards you can get down the field. But in my head, I'm looking this ball and I'm catching it and then seeing what I can get down the field. But I think I haven't had too many of those in my career, honestly, where I've been wide open. I think I didn't have one of those at Stanford. Maybe had a couple in high school. But I was just thinking in my head, just catch the ball and then get north after that.
It seemed like you, Rondale, and Hollywood were all being used differently to your individual skill sets. Is that how you feel this offense is kind of being run? Like, the way you are being put into the game plan is for you specifically?
Yeah, I think the offense can cater to and build upon any person. And I think the offense is tailored to the specific strengths and or weaknesses of a player. And so I think you've seen, we're using Rondale in the backfield and using him in the screen game and getting him the ball in space because he's really good. He's a really good ball carrier, and he's great with the ball in his hands. You also see him run a lot of routes, and he's a good route runner as well. You see Hollywood getting the majority of the targets because he is one of our better route running receivers who's able to catch balls in space and create separation at the line of scrimmage and get in and out of breaks. And I think I'm sort of in the middle of that right now, where I'm just trying to play my role as best as I can and block really hard and do the dirty work and make the catches that come my way. And so I think we've got a great tandem with our receiver core, and I love how guys play for one another and are excited about each other's success, because I think that's what is winning. That's what winning culture is about. And I think JG and the whole coaching staff have preached team first, you second. And I think from top down, you can see that, in real time during the game with guys playing really hard and playing for each other.
Josh made some pretty big-time throws yesterday. Obviously, you've only known him for a few weeks, but what have you learned about him? Has anything surprised you about just the way he plays?
I think I've answered this question a few times, but I'm going to keep answering it the same way. But nothing surprises me about his improvement over the last few weeks and his success that he's been able to accumulate for himself, because he operates at an extremely high level in all areas of his life. In terms of his punctuality, he's very articulate. He's one of the first guys in, one of the last guys to leave. He's disciplined, and he just sometimes when you meet a person, they give off an aura where you believe them like if he told me, if you give him 100 things to do to get better, he's taking advantage of all 100 and probably asking for more. And so I believe him when he says, like, I'm doing everything I can to put myself in a position to yield the result that I want. Like, he attacks every single opportunity to get better. He's a great teammate, and I love playing for a quarterback that is accountable. And, you know, he's very emotionally mature where he can say, yeah, that's my bad, or I made a bad throw. And I think that's great to play for a leader of the team when they're able to be accountable and can not always point the finger at somebody else.
You said yesterday that you needed to see the video because you didn't even realize you were that wide open on the long pass. When you saw the video, were you surprised?
I was, yeah, I didn't feel that open in the game. I think, long story short, I should have scored a touchdown on that, and I definitely have gotten a lot of smack from the receiver corps saying I should have scored, but at the end of the day, I'm never going to get frustrated over a 70-yard catch.
What can a win like this do for you guys as you're starting to go into division play?
You said what now? Can you?
I said, what can a win like this do for you guys as you're going into division play starting this week?
I think it gives us confidence. I think anytime you can get a win in the NFL, like I said earlier, is huge. And so I think it just proves to us that we can pull out in the tough games. I think we could have let those first two games slip through our fingers, but now to capitalize on this victory gives the team confidence. It gives you that taste of what that victory feels like, because I think there's no greater feeling in life than waking up the next morning with a victory.
Michael, did it feel like an away game with all those Cowboys fans out there?
A little bit. But all the other guys had prepared me for it and said, like, every time we play the Cowboys or one of the franchises that have a bigger fan base, like, it almost feels like an away game. But I think it's always fun to play in front of a packed stadium, regardless of who's in the stands.
Do you think that's going to prepare you for the Niners in Santa Clara?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played in that stadium before, but it'll be fun to go back to where I, played in college, and so I'm really excited for that.
You gonna have anybody go to the game?
I'm gonna have, hopefully, some of my old ex-teammates can play or can attend from Stanford, and then not just my parents as well.
What part of your game do you think has taken the biggest step forward so far?
Biggest step, honestly, I would just say my confidence. I think from week one or even the preseason games, you can just feel it on tape when a player is playing more confidence. I think that comes with experience. And I wouldn't even say confidence because I'm always confident in my game, but it's just being more comfortable out there and being able to play faster and more free because you're not thinking as much about the playbook, about the speed of the game, about just all the different variables that come in as a rookie. I feel like that's the biggest thing I've taken strides in, is just playing more comfortable, playing more free, and getting adjusted to the NFL game.
You said you were saying some nice things about Josh there. I'm curious, given how late he came into the process, I know the rest of you were all practicing together, but is there any part of you that's surprised that the offense overall has kind of come together as quickly as it has, considering your starting quarterback came in so late?
I would say yes and no. Yes, it's surprising because to the uneducated person or to the person removed from the locker room, you would think, okay, a quarterback gets there the week before week one. There's no way that they're going to be able to string together an offense that can put out a winning product. But like I said, from what we've been building in what we've been preaching on in this building from the top down about team first, you second, and how just going back to how I said Josh is, he's a whatever it takes type of guy, and he operates at a high level. Like, it doesn't surprise me that he's been finding so much success, and I think his play is only going to continue to increase, especially now. I just talked to him today. That's his first career win as a starter, so that's big for him. So just imagine, when we're talking about confidence, like, he's feeling really, really confident. So I think he's a guy that, instead of taking his foot off the pedal and easing up, okay, I got my first win, he's going to even go harder now and put more time and more preparation into what he's doing. So I think that product that you see from Josh is only going to continue to increase, and you'll see better from him as time progresses.
What are conversations like between you and Josh? Just, how are they benefiting you in terms of, here's how the route I want you to run, here's where I'm trying to get you the ball, et cetera?
Just communication is huge, and I touched on this earlier, but Josh is an excellent communicator, and I said he's very articulate. So he's able to communicate where he wants me, how he wants me to come out of this route, what's his footwork on the route in terms of how many steps I can run this route, or if we get cover zero blitz, do I need to shorten my steps? Or it's just nice playing with someone who is a student of the game, and like I said, I can feel that he loves the game as much as I do and like I do. And so we've hit it off and have a really good relationship both on the field and outside of the field too, because like I said, he's a smart guy, and we can talk about a whole bunch of different things, because I always joke around because he wanted to go to Stanford. He wanted to go to Stanford, and he said that was one of his dream schools or one of his goals to go to Stanford at a young age, but the numbers with the offers and stuff, scholarships just didn't work out. So we have a lot to talk about.
Did you get better grades than him? Is that what you're saying?
I know he's got some crazy degree, but I got some crazy degree too. So, and I think I did get it from a better university. So I think I won up. I got him in that asset.
How cool or validating is it just to see yourself and some of the other rookies not only getting a lot more run, but contributing right away?
Yeah, I think it speaks mountains to the rookie class and to the front office for bringing in like-minded individuals who, Monty and JG said they want to build a culture of high-character guys who love football and do things the right way outside of the building too. And I think myself and Keitrell and Paris and BJ and OP, and I can name all the guys that are playing right now, but I think we all embody that. And so I got a lot of love from my rookie class, and I think we've got some special people, some special personalities in our class, and I think it's only going to get better from here because we've got the right people in the building who accept nothing but, their best and winning.